What is up, guys? Zack Scott here, playing Destiny the Taken King, and I have yet to do a raid video, so here we go. This is the King's Fall raid hard mode in Destiny, and I know that, you know, right now this is going to be super easy because, well, one, everyone's higher level than me. Everyone in the party is higher level than me, and you know, the hard raid now is pretty easy because, you know, everyone's light level has increased, and really people now are just playing it to grind through and get some gear, but also to complete the year 2 moments of triumph. Now, I completed the year 1 moments of triumph, and I want to do the year 2 before the Rise of the Iron expansion comes out, which I will be playing right here on my channel. So if you want to see some Rise of the Iron gameplay footage, please subscribe. Now, one thing that I'm doing right now is post-commentary. This is post-commentary. This is a first for Destiny. I rarely do post-commentary because I just prefer to get it all done at once, quite frankly. But this is post-commentary, and I'm going to try to do my best to explain what's going on. And basically, the reason why I'm doing post-commentary is because, you know, right now I'm chatting over, like, the PlayStation microphone with these guys coordinating a strategy.
Guardian down.
This is the first time I've done the hard mode raid. I fully intended on doing just the normal mode raid video
Guardian down.
on my channel for Destiny months ago, and I did it. I did the normal mode raid, and I was recording, and God, I'll tell you, the worst thing in the world is to lose footage when you're recording, because it's just the most, you spend so much time, and then it's like, oh, I lost the footage, what? But what happened is I was recording, and then I was doing it with my friends, you know, Alan and asking other people, and it wasn't so many random people, it was mostly friends. There were a few random people, but right now it's all, I'll go into that later. Right now it's all random people plus a friend of mine, but I'll go into that in just a second. But basically, prior to this, well, first, God, I'm all over the place, but this is why I don't like post-commentary as much. Because I'm just like I'm trying to pay attention to the gameplay, but I'm not actually playing, so my brain's a little freer to talk to you guys, but then I end up jumping all over the place. So let's start from the beginning. Basically what's happening are the guys are going over here, grabbing these orbs or whatever, then bringing them to the middle, smashing them down into the statues, repeat the process several times. That's how this one works. I've been put in charge of breaking down these walls, which is pretty easy. I did a bubble right there because my health was almost. I'm the least skilled player here. I'm also the most clueless player in the group right now, simply because I've only done this raid one time. I've done the other raids like multiple times. I just never filmed them, but I did them like after the fact, like after like I was already way overpowered. So, but this one, you know, this is like a first time to do a hard mode. To do this hard mode raid, I've done the other raids hard mode, but this is the first time for this one, and so. Having only done this raid once before, I'm still a lot clueless. Like, I don't remember. It's been months. So anyways, okay, now that I've explained what's going on, let's go to my story. I did the raid before on normal mode, but for whatever reason, it skipped like the witch battle or something. I forget what battle it skipped. It skipped some sort of like, we skipped ahead accidentally because someone had, like, our party got disconnected, and then we reconnected, and it just skipped us ahead just a tiny bit, so I never really finished the quest line for Oryx. Like, I was missing one part of it, and I was so mad, and then, because, like, that was just the footage was missing of that, and I, like, had to re-record the whole thing again. I had to wait a week because, well, I wouldn't have to wait a week, but I wanted to show you guys getting the rewards and stuff like that, so it was just one of those things that was so frustrating, and I had that footage, and I planned on just going back in and just recording that one little part, you know, because I had like 2 hours of footage or something, and I just planned just to go record that tiny little part that we missed, and instead I accidentally deleted the footage, and so I just got super mad. I said, you know what? I never played the other raids on my channel for video purposes, and the reason why is because you're trying to talk and coordinate with these people and would require post commentary, and plus again, like, I played them way after the fact, so I was just like, you know. I just wasted so much time. It wasn't a waste in terms of gameplay, you know, my character advanced, you know, but I mean, it was for a video, and I was just like so mad that I deleted the footage, and so yeah, I just never went back to it. But now that I have to do the hard mode raid for the moments of triumph, I said, you know what, I'm going to record it, I'll do post commentary, I hope to God I don't lose the footage. And it didn't take us that long because everyone here is really skilled, and I am admittedly not as high-powered or as skilled. I'm pretty much just using my hand cannon most of the time. I don't have any raid weapons because, again, I've only done this raid one time. And I do have raid weapons, but I only have like a couple, but I don't use them. I gear my character towards Iron Banner. I have played so much more Crucible. In fact, people were surprised that I actually have already completed the quest to do all the Shaxx bounties. And they're like, really, you did that quest? I'm like, yeah, it's like the mountaintop quest or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I did that. I feel like that's like one of the first things I did. Because I play a lot of Crucible. And the Crucible footage never makes it into this video series. So I don't think it'll get a lot of views. I don't know that you guys are interested in. Plus, I play Crucible more for like relaxation, like downtime. You know what I mean? Like, people often ask me, like, what games do you play when you're not recording? And there are very, very few, because most of the time I watch TV, or I, go hang out, or go out to eat, or cook, or just spend time with my pets and my family. But there is basically one game that I play in my free time, and it's Destiny. And it's Crucible. It's me just grinding. It's me having fun and playing with friends. Now, some of my friends don't play as much anymore because, it's kind of a Destiny downtime section. They're telling me to run past this. I'm like, what? So you gotta run, they're just telling me just to run past this. I'm like, okay, I'll run past this. We cleared out that one part. But, I'm like, okay, I'll run, I'll go. And I tried to, like, slide. I'm like, oh, God, why did I slide? Okay. Anyway, I also have a couple calcified fragments to pick up here. But anyway, so yeah, I love playing the Iron Banner. I used to play the Iron Banner so much, and that's why I have a lot of really awesome Iron Banner gear, and I gear most of my gear. I tailor most of my gear towards PvP. And so, I do have, decent enough gear for, single player, but I rarely, I don't know, I don't really go for the raid gear or the raid weapons or anything like that. And you'll see, like, at the end of this, I mostly take a lot of my raid gear and just put it into my current gear. I much prefer intellect and discipline gear. I have a lot of Iron Banner stuff on. I think I'm missing like one or two pieces of like exclusive PS4 gear. This is like kind of a jumping puzzle. It's really cool. It looks really neat. So I hope you guys enjoy the visuals here. Like I said, I've played this before, but like only once. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I think I missed this. Oh no, I barely make that one. Yeah, there we go. It's one of those things, so it's like a little foggy in memory. I'm a little slower than the rest of the people. And if I were recording my voice at the same time as I was playing, well, one, I wouldn't be able to communicate with these people. And I also don't know how to record these people because I don't have a setup for that, the way that the PS4 party system works. But anyway, so my goal here right now is to get all the calcified fragments. I end up having like the first 3, but I think I'll show you guys because they show me where they are. I'm like, oh, I already got that one. then like the last 2 I get. But so anyway, this part is a really, really cool jumping puzzle, and I had done this before on when I played before. But apparently the hard mode, there's no like middle save point, and so we got to do it all. And I'm scared to death. I'm just scared to death that I'm gonna mess this up for everyone. I was like, oh my God, Zach, God, they're all waiting on, and then I'm like, I can make it. I'm like, no. So but eventually we all get it, and so spoiler alert, we all make the jumping puzzle. Of course we do, but I thought it was going to take me just forever, and I was so nervous about this. But so anyway, let me tell you something about my friend Skimmer here. Skimmer is a guy who I met online, and he and I have become kind of friends. Basically, he has a service called Virtuous Gaming. And if you go to his website, it's Virtuous Gaming. Is it .com? Let me see. Yeah, virtuousgaming.com. And he basically carries players through hard parts of Destiny. And so right now, I mean, I would say that I'm being carried right now just because I'm the least skilled player. But I know what I'm doing for a large part. I missed this jump totally, But for the large part, I know what I'm doing. But I kind of became friends with him when I was looking for LFGs and stuff like that. And he's probably one of the best players I know in Trials of Osiris. So I did do some runs with him in Trials of Osiris. But he, charges players to basically go out with them and basically train them and kind of carry them through different events. And it's a really good service. It's a very unique service because I would have never thought that would exist. And one thing that I love about video game culture is all like little businesses and services that have popped up around it. So, if you don't have a lot of friends who play Destiny or you know, a lot of friends who, if you're like me and you're an adult and your adult friends don't play a lot of video games, then you know, and you know, you're looking for people to help you out, then that's kind of the service that he provides. And so, you know, he and I kind of went through some Trials of Osiris stuff together. He's super good, and you know, I kind of held my own because I'm an okay PvP player. I excel at Iron Banner. Like, I used to go into Iron Banner. I haven't played it in a few months, but I used to go into Iron Banner and often be like #1, like total on the servers I was in. And I don't know if you guys remember when I did that Yogscast charity stream in December of last year on Twitch, but I did this Yogscast charity stream, and Destiny Crucible was one of the modes that, or one of the games that I played during that stream, and I played with my friend Jordan during that stream as well, and it was it was like people were like, this guy is too good for Yogscast, because I was like actually doing really well, and like, I don't know, I'm a little rusty at this point playing this raid, because I'm just not as great at single player as I am in PvP for whatever reason. And so yeah, but at this particular moment, you know, what you're watching is I'm a little rusty. I often, you know, I don't really remember this raid as well as I should, but you know, I'm having fun, and I'm not the worst player in the world, but obviously I'm the worst in this group here. So in a way, I'm being carried, but no, I'm not paying for this service. Skimmer's just kind of here as a friend. So this is not me paying Skimmer to help me out here or anything like that. This is, and plus the rest of these guys are random. Oftentimes when, you know, Skimmer does his services, he brings in like a whole bunch of people that he knows who are very, very skilled Destiny players, and I've never utilized him for a raid or anything like that, but did for Trials of Osiris, and it was pretty cool. I totally forget the guy. I totally forget the guy who I went up against. But this other guy was streaming. I wish I remembered his name. But it was during Trials of Osiris. And it was me and Skimmer and one of Skimmer's friends doing Trials of Osiris. And this popular Twitch streamer was streaming Destiny. And Skimmer and the other, and you know, and oftentimes, you know, this is a service that Twitch streamers do as well. Like if you're a subscriber, you know, I'll carry you through Trials of Osiris. You know, I don't know if you guys have seen that. So this is something that, you know, some of the most popular Twitch people actually do. They just carry their subscribers, like, hey, if you pay me monthly, then, you know, you can be part of our, you know, subscriber, you know, Trials of Osiris carries, you know, and so, you know, Skimmer doesn't stream on Twitch or anything, but I think I made that. Did I make it? I made it. I wasn't paying attention. This next part, we skipped the treasure chest because everyone's like, nah, we don't need it, and I didn't really need it. I just wanted the completion of this. But anyway, so yeah, a lot of Twitch people, you know, kind of do the same thing, but it's a little masked because the subscribers pay, you know, monthly just through their Twitch, you know, their Twitch subscription fee, and then they take subscribers through Trials of Osiris. And so but Skimmer doesn't stream or anything like that, but he does have a very cool, you know, little service at virtuousgaming.com. Highly recommend you check it out if you're interested in getting through some of the harder parts of Destiny, or if you just don't have time. I've grinded through all of Destiny myself, so I've never like offloaded that type of service, simply because I just want to experience the Destiny stuff for myself, and I'm not. But believe me, I don't think there's anything that's wrong with it. You know, I'm not above. Like if I honestly like think that if I weren't worried about someone like, you know, just like hating on me on YouTube, I would seriously consider like just somehow like having someone level up my characters. And I know a lot of YouTubers who do that kind of thing, and I don't have a problem with it, because they'll be playing a game like, oh, I don't know, Fallout or I don't know, like just any of those like really long role-playing games, and sometimes they have like basically interns, or, you know, I'm talking about the top of the top professional YouTubers. And you know, as someone like me with 2 million subscribers, I've talked to a lot of people, and I don't want to name names, but I know a lot of professional YouTubers who, when they play those really giant games that require a lot of grinding, they will have their employees basically, you know, go and get all the side quests and all the items and stuff that they don't feature in their videos. Like, go grind, go get me these items, and that way they'll be more powerful and they can showcase, you know, the more powerful gear in their videos. And so I haven't done that, but I'm not above doing that. I'll be completely frank with you guys. I'm not above doing that. I haven't really done that because I don't play a lot of games like that. Destiny's the only game that I play that really, really requires a lot of grinding.
Guardian down.
And I've just, again, it's one of the games that I like to play in my free time, so I do the grinding myself. So yeah, but and the only exception is, you know, when Skimmer and I would go, and one of Skimmer's amazing professional friends would go through Trials of Osiris. So I did a lot of that. But oh, like I said, I was saying, I mean, see, I'm all over the place when we do this. Like I said, you know, I can pretty much hold my own in PvP, especially like Clash of Control. But for the 3v3, man, that stuff is hard, and I'm not super great at it. I don't know that I could ever go flawless just with me and some random people. But one thing that's really cool is you know when I went with Skimmer and I forget his friend, and again I forget the guy who streamed on Twitch. I wish I remembered his name. I don't want to like call him out to insult him or anything, but a very popular Twitch streamer was streaming, and it was so funny because after that happened, I got some tweets. But basically, we were playing, and obviously Skimmer and the other guy are just so pro. This part we actually, I think we're gonna invite the guy back in who left. Yeah, there we go. So this next part is this little battle here. I know how this works. So this one, they don't have to really explain it to me. I know how it works. I do get a little bit confused about how to pass the aura or whatever it is. But these other guys are so much more powerful than me that this goes by rather quickly. And even when I do have that aura or whatever it's called around me, the wizard shows up, he's usually already dead by then. So anyway, but we're going to do that. Basically, what happens, let me describe this to you. Two people run to the left, two people run to the right. We stay in the middle. Then they get an aura. I forget what it's called, but then they each run to the middle, and the two people who are already in the middle run to the left and right and do the same thing. And you'll see that happen. It kind of repeats like 6 times, something like that. Back to the story. Because the post-commentary is pretty fun because I get to talk a lot. When I'm playing a game, I'm like really focused on the game. Basically, I'm looking for my gear. I'm trying to decide if I want to snipe or not. But I've been just rocking the hand cannon like this whole time, and obviously there's probably a better weapon I could be using. But I've grown really comfortable with this Iron Banner hand cannon because I really crushed it in PvP a lot of times with it. I don't know how, but this and the Red Death are what I often use in PvP. But anyway, back to my story. I'm so sidetracked. Whoever this guy was, he was streaming, and you know, Skimmer and his friend were awesome, taking control. It was like down to the wire, and I jump in, and he's like aiming at me, and I throw a sticky grenade and blow him up, and he just gets so pissed. It was so great. Oh my gosh! And then people started like people in the chat were like saying, "Oh, that's Zack Scott from ZackScottGames," and it was so cool. And like I said, I was holding my own there. It wasn't like I was just completely being carried. But in that match, you know, that seemed to work really well, and it was just so funny that I got a sticky grenade on him because, you know, it's one of those things that requires really great aiming sometimes with the sticky grenades, especially in PvP. And when you land them, it's awesome. And we had won that little round. It was so cool. The other guys, you know, who I was playing Osiris with, were like cheering me on. They're like, "Oh my God, you got him!" It was so cool. But anyway, and right now I'm playing as Titan Defender. In PvP, I often play Titan Sunbreaker, especially back then when Sunbreaker was kind of OP. I'm getting the machine gun ammo right now. So Destiny is one of those games where, you know, if you take a break, at least me, for any game that I play, if you take a break, you kind of lose a little bit of your memory of what's going on, you know. But yeah, after this, you know, I probably have another mission for a weapon. I probably have I know I still have some Prison of Elders things to do. I never really finished the Prison of Elders things that Jordan and I started. I don't think I'll finish it with Jordan. I think Jordan's going to be I'll do the story though. The next story I think is really awesome. I hope Jordan and I can coordinate a way to play some more Destiny for Rise of Iron, because I think it's going to be really awesome. And let's see what's going to happen here. Oh, and the SRL racing. I mean, I did all of that. That was so fun. Well, it was kind of not fun towards the end because I ended up playing on Ashley's account and also getting her complete book as well. Ashley stopped playing Destiny though. She doesn't feel like it's worth her time. And I've taken a break from Destiny because I've just been kind of doing other stuff. I almost died here. I think I bubbled. Yeah, I remember this because I was scared because this is, we had died a couple times before. Mainly my fault. But basically, you know, we're gonna, you know, I have this Death Singer's power, and it's pretty strong, but, you know, Doesn't matter too much. And I think they're telling me to trade now. So I'm like, okay, I'll trade. I'll run out here. Here we go. I probably really should have been using a better weapon or something, but you know, I'm happy with how we did overall. Thunderlord, I love in PvP. I love it so much. I use the Thunderlord and or the Ruin Wake machine gun if I'm using Red Death, because you're gonna only have the one exotic. So let's see what's happening here. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Nice. Lots of reloading here, but I think we're about done with this part. I don't know if this guy comes out again yet or not, but basically, as soon as my countdown is, yeah, this guy comes up. Boomer, that's what everyone says. Got him. So anyway, now I passed the power. I think like the previous round, I forgot to pass the power or something. I put up a bubble because I freak out using Blessing of Light. In later rounds, we'll use Weapons of Light. So yeah, so far so good with this. So yeah, if you're ever in need of any assistance in Destiny, Skimmer is your friend. VirtuousGaming.com. And I actually found a guy to do the logo for him on his site. So he has a new logo, he has a new outlook, and with the the Rise of Iron stuff coming out, if you just don't want to spend the time grinding, or you just don't have a decent set of friends who also play Destiny, and you don't really want to do the LFG route, Skimmer's a great way to go. Let's see what's happening here. Here we go. And we complete it. Nicely done. I don't know what I get here. I don't remember. I get Moldering Shard. Oh, by the way, at the end of this, I actually have 20 Moldering Shards, and I do get some extra bonus. So we do this, and then the next part basically is kind of a maze, and we go through it, and I just check my weapons and stuff. I'm like, oh, cool. Herald Midna's Reckoning, and I'm just like, well, I don't need that. Well, I think I actually end up keeping a lot of the weapons, but the armor I'm not really into, I like the idea you put the armor away, and then, or you put your weapons. Well, for the weapons, I like the idea you put the weapons away, and they basically, this is when I'm noticing they have 20, like over 20 shards. You put the weapons away, and then they can recharge. But I mean, that's why I have Synthesis. I don't really care too much about it. I don't know if they work. Do they work in PvP like that? If they did, that would be awesome. But I don't know if they do. Because I doubt they would. Because I think always having heavy would be a huge thing. Anyway, so let's do what we do. We're doing this next part, and I'm switching to, I forget where I'm switching to Weapons of Light. Now this little fight here, I've done before. I've actually done this a couple times before. I know how this one works. So they don't have to instruct me too much here. The next fight they do, and then the next fight they do. But for this one, they're gonna read the things and call it out. And I mean, I guess one thing that you'll notice as me having not done this as much, I'm not doing some of the more advanced things that the other players are doing. Like one guy is going, I think Skimmer's going to call it out, and basically there's a certain order that you have to step on these plates, and it's labeled from up there, and you can see, and then so they're communicating with me like when it's time to do it. But we're clearing out these acts first, and if it looks like I'm lost sometimes when I'm playing these, in this episode, it's because I am. It's like, I'm like, well, what do I do? They're doing a great job at killing everything, and like, there's like a handful of things here. I think I got that guy. Cool. I don't know if I hit him here. I think I do. No, I don't. Never mind. Yeah, so most of my commentary thus far, which by the way is post commentary. At the end of this, when I return to the tower, it's live commentary. So, just know that. This video will be like over an hour long. I'm sure of it. So yeah, I did that in the correct order, and then they have the buff, the aura of the initiate, and he puts down Weapons of Light, and for whatever reason, I get hella confused here, and we come out and we shoot, and I have Thunderlord. There we go. And we drain them down a lot. I really should probably use a different weapon. I totally forget. I'm kind of an idiot at this point, but I should have done like maybe the really awesome, like I put down I freaked out. See what happened? This is the dumbest thing. I felt really bad. I'm like, sorry guys, but it was another Weapons of Light, and basically I freaked out because I started taking damage, and I thought, oh, I gotta heal. Usually I'm using Blessings of Light so that heals me, but I was using Weapons of Light. I forgot about it, so I put it down, and I kind of got in their way. We almost take him out pretty quick though, the War Priest. We're gonna take him out next round. And this, I think you're supposed to hide here. I don't fully remember, but I decided to take a heavy ammo synthesis, and I'm like, oh god, yeah, we should. I think we hide. I don't know how. I don't remember. I don't remember if it works the same in hard mode or not, because they didn't really hide, but I did. So I don't know how it works. But we got kind of, you know. Okay, let me talk to you about Destiny really quick. Oh man, yeah, that's another time I freaked out, and they're like. This part was funny because like Zach's running around. What is he doing? I'm like, I'm sorry guys, I was almost dead. I'm getting orbs to replenish my health. But anyway, yeah, let me tell you about Destiny's raids. And so the reason why I never really did the raids, other than the fact I never really had 6 friends to just record with who play Destiny, but I never really did the raids before in videos. Well, one, because I never really liked the Destiny raids, and I'm just being totally honest. I know a lot of people do. But I never really liked them, and I'll tell you why. Because here's what happens with Destiny raids. You're playing the story mode. They're giving you like story, like cutscene after cutscene. You go talk to the characters. You know, you go back to the tower, and this is especially true for even the latest update, the Taken King. You know, you're getting a good cutscenes, good story. You're doing one mission after the other with all these stories. Then you go talk to the main characters in the tower. They talk to you. They give you new missions. There's more story built upon it. And then, you know, you just go on and on and on. Like, okay, you got to take down Oryx. You got to take down Oryx. And then you do it in the single player mode. You take him down. There's like this huge celebration, right? And like basically all the characters are very friendly towards you. After you, you know, you beat whoever the final boss is, and whichever, you know, House of Wolves or Taken King or the previous one or whatever it is. Or the Willow Crota, whatever they're called. I forget what they're called. But after you do it, you know, and the character, you beat them the first time in the single player mode, right? And all the characters are like so happy. Well, they seem, you know, they do like a cool cutscene. They do an ending. They talk about it, you know, and all this stuff. And even then, when you're walking around the tower. By the way, we take them out super quick, as you see here. Even then, I'm gonna go up here and get my treasures. And they're talking about it, you know, in the tower. Even when you go talk to the characters, the little characters say something like, "Ooh, you took down Oryx. Good job." You know, they're just talking all about it, and it's so cool, right? It's like this lasting effect on the game. Like once you do it, there's just this lasting effect on the game, and they're so happy about it. And then, but then they're like, "Oh wait, there's a raid. There's like, you know, there's like this huge raid. Oryx is back. There's a raid." But there's like no story at all. There are no cutscenes. The characters don't act any differently. The characters still act like you defeated Oryx, and that was awesome. So this raid just feels kind of tacked on. And I don't know. Yeah, we go through here, and basically, this is a maze, and they basically show me where the crystallized fragment is, but the calcified fragment. I'm sorry, but I was like, is there one here? I can't tell what they're doing. I think they're killing themselves. But anyway, so I go through the maze. Skimmer shows me where it is. It turns out I already have it. Because like I said, I played this once before normal. Anyway, back to my talk about this. So you go through, and you know, there's this raid. You just drop in. There's like no story, no cutscenes, no voiceover. Your ghost doesn't even talk to you. Like the whole time, your ghost is talking to you. In, you know, in the story mode, as you each step, the ghost is a character. He's talking, he's chatting, you're having fun. It feels like there's some real thing going on. But then, you know, you get into this raid, and the ghost is silent. There's no narrative. There are no cutscenes. There's no story. There's nothing. The game doesn't even tell you what to do. You kind of have to just figure it out on your own, which I get. People like that. People like the puzzle aspect of just figuring out how it works. You know, just trying to solve the puzzle of the raid and coordinate together on a team and chat. But that's probably my least favorite part of Destiny. So, you know, Destiny is kind of a game that has something for everyone. I would say, like, if you want to just be a Crucible player, you basically can be. So anyway. So I'm more of a story mode and Crucible player, and the raids are not really my thing. Just my opinion, and I prefer like the 6v6 Crucible too, not the 3v3. But anyway, so yeah, and then you know, once you do the raid, again, the characters, like, you go to the tower and they don't even really care. Like, there's no amazing cutscene like, you finally defeated the Ultra Oryx. You know, there's nothing like that. There's nothing new. Like, they just don't care. You get like some cool rewards, of course, from the raid, but they just, like, there's no real. I just basically, like, if I had to sum it up, there's no new narrative to go along with the raid, and that is super disappointing to me as someone who played through all the way through the story, which, by the way, the story's getting better and better with each expansion, right? But, you know, it's vibrant. There's people doing voiceovers and narratives, and your ghost is talking to you, and you return to the tower, and they congratulate you, and they talk to you. They're like, good job, pal, you did it. We're going to give it to Oryx. And then you beat Oryx the first time, and then everyone acts like that's the end of the game. But then the game is like, oh, wait, Oryx is back. But there's just, the characters aren't telling you that. It's like a menu system is telling you Oryx is back. You know what I mean? And so that's just kind of disappointing. This is the Golgoth fight. I think that's what his name is. And I don't remember if I include the footage or not here, but basically, I think I die the first time, and yeah, I do die the first time because I don't remember what they do, and I forget that, you know, we're supposed to shoot his back, and I forget that you're supposed to take turns according to their strategy. And I've actually beaten this guy before, but I just forgot that because I've only done it once, and it was months ago. So basically, you know, our strategy is going to be, you know, you shoot him in the back, you transfer that thing, and I'm the last guy to do it. And once I do it, then they just tell me to run like crazy. And so that's what I do. Anyway, just saying. So this fight's pretty cool. And again, all of these fights against these bosses are going by much quicker than they ever would have normally, because we're doing hard mode, but everyone is so high level, with the exception of me. So we all wipe right here. I think I really messed it up or something. And they're like yelling at me. I'm like, I'm sorry. They're not really yelling at me. They're not mad. But I'm actually playing with a good group of people here, and so we end up just wiping. So anyway, so yeah, we're gonna. I think Skimmer's gonna put down a bubble down below, and we're gonna go in and shoot him a whole bunch. And I probably have the lamest weapons compared to everyone else. They probably all have these really awesome raid weapons that I'm just like, man, I don't care about that. I'm just rocking a hand cannon. So, I mean, yeah, I could probably be using better weapons, but I'm so much more comfortable with the hand cannon. And, you know, I like my machine gun, and I like my shotgun, but really, we don't have a lot of shotgun encounters here, so you'll see eventually towards the end, I switched to a sniper rifle. But I'm so used to playing story mode like this that once we get to the raid, I kind of have like this massive brain hemorrhage where I just can't, I'm just like, yeah, these weapons are good, these are working. And really what's happening is it's working, but I'm not really that needed. I think they could have, other than the fact they probably need me to do some of the things here, they need, you know, they need me here, but I think if it weren't for the fact that this raid, you know, I think they could have done it by themselves is what I'm saying. I think those 5 people who are just Skimmer and a bunch of random people could have done it. And, but you know, I'm enjoying myself, I'm having fun, I'm having a rum and coke playing this game. And, you know, it's pretty fun for me. It's a pretty chill, and this is a really chill battle. If this, like let me tell you, if I had been doing this like several months back, this would have been super stressful for everyone. And you would have seen so many wipes, because that's what happened before. When I did regular mode, we had so many wipes, and I had so much footage, and I was gonna have to edit together. And I was like, I'm just gonna go back, and I think it was the fight after this that we just skipped, because someone had a save state for Oryx, and we got disconnected from the server. So we go back in, and boom, you know, it really sucked, because we missed the one thing that I needed. Like, I was missing just one piece to talk to Eris to start the next phase, and it never happened. So anyway, we're fighting this guy, and basically they tell me when to shoot his back, and so I do, and then they tell me run like crazy, so I do. And so I'm obviously missing out on a lot of the more advanced strategies here, but you know, I'm having fun. I feel like that I pretty much know what I'm doing, sort of. Oh boy. So yeah, we just we take him out with time. I shoot his back, and I'm barely hitting him with this thing. Probably would have been better to use like a really awesome sniper, but I'm again, I'm having like these lapses of memory where I'm just totally forgetting that oh yeah, this is how this game works, Zach. This is, come on, Zach, don't be such an idiot, Zach. So anyway, just saying. So I think this is the part. Did I mess this up here too? I think I did a U-turn and I messed up everyone. I think, I forget. Maybe we wipe, maybe we don't. I don't remember what we do. But they were not happy with my U-turn for some reason. I don't. Again, like I don't really understand why. So yeah, but so anyway, those of you who are watching and are like, Zach is a total noob at this, I agree. So don't post that stuff in the comments. I agree. All right, but we're gonna end up doing this, I believe. And I'm ready to shoot him in the back as soon as I get a chance. All right. This part's a little boring, but I'm shooting some axe here. And we have like an order. Like I'm number 5 or 6. I think they put me to number 6, and they tell me to just run around, and I'm just kind of looking like, do I need? I think so. Yeah, some primary ammo synthesis. I ran out of primary. Anyway, so we all go back down here, and you know, basically, you know, I have my machine gun ready to go, ready to roll, but I'm also dealing like probably like the least damage compared to what most people do. I mean, even the Nightfalls still have their story. So, anyway, even the Strikes have kind of a story, you know? I feel like the Strikes should have more of a story, but I don't know. I just wish that, you know, the story and the raid weren't so separate from each other, if that makes sense. Like, I just wish that, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority here. Maybe people just really like the raid being kind of its own thing. But I kind of wish it were more attached to the story, and I wish they had matchmaking for the raid, so you don't have to go outside of the site. And that's kind of what I mean, you know, with the virtuousgaming.com, and this is, by the way, not an ad for them or anything like that. Not an ad for Skimmer, but I'm just saying, like, that's another thing. You can just kind of avoid all the stuff and get straight to just, like, finding people to play with, of course, but you do pay them. So, but still, you know, it's just one of those things where it's just like, I kind of wish that Destiny had its own matchmaking. And I kind of wish that, you know, I don't know. I just feel like maybe if you've never done the raid before, like, imagine raid matchmaking. What would that be like? What it would probably be is they would allow, like, initially, like in the first few weeks, they would just, you know, put everyone together randomly, and they would allow for a group chat, and then they would allow someone like a party leader to kick people out, maybe. Or maybe what they should do is just wait for a while to enable matchmaking. And then once they do enable matchmaking, what happens is they have one player, only like one player who's a noob can be in each party. So like they'll just have to organize it so that, you know, basically, this is just an idea that's coming out of my brain right now. We're trying to shoot this guy really quick. But basically, just imagine how this would work. If you're like the matchmaking system would try to ensure that you had like one person who's done it multiple times, like 5 people who have done it an average amount of times, and then only one person who's completely new. So that way, like every game, they would have to keep kind of explaining it. And if you didn't want that, then you could just go into like your own, you know, outside the game matchmaking service. That way you could avoid the noobs if you wanted to, you know. So I don't know. I just feel like there should be some sort of matchmaking here, especially with someone like the Resident Elders, or at least, at the very least, just like a place where you could wait, like in person. Like, hey, you know, like you could stand somewhere, and as soon as like 6 people decide to group up there, game starts. I don't know. I just kind of wish that there wasn't like, you know, you'd have to rely on websites and stuff or real friends to get matches, because like I said, I don't have 5 other real life friends who play Destiny, and it would be hard for me to find those. I would think I could probably definitely find fans, you guys, But at the same time, you know, a large part of Destiny to me is a break from what I do on YouTube. And so being able to just kind of chill and relax and not worry about people watching me for how I perform is really fun. And I think that's why I excel at PvP, because like no one's watching me. I don't have to be talking to any viewers at the time when I played PvP. I have some really cool clips online. I wonder if I should just make them public or just link to you on Twitter or something. I have some really cool Iron Banner clips that I have just recorded from my from PlayStation and just uploaded them. They were just super cool clips that I really loved. And but anyway, maybe I'll post them on Twitter. I think they're unlisted right now on my YouTube channel. They're really fun. I only have like a handful though. Alright, so I think we're almost done with this guy. Like they're saying just hit him like they're saying just like snipe him like one time and we'll be good. Just hit him once to snipe him. But I think we've almost beat him. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And so I think this is the part. Yeah, this was the okay, maybe I never actually completed this one. But I've done this before and we got really close. And for whatever reason, like, the save state was past this guy. So I got a bunch of stuff. So anyway. Yeah, I was a little, maybe, but I have fought this guy before. So maybe now that my memory is that we fought him, but we never, we almost beat him in the server reset. And when we joined back in, we were like at the next fight. So yeah, that's what actually happened. I remember now. Because this next part, they're going to show me where some... yeah, that's true. Okay, now this makes sense because that's why I don't have these next few calcified fragments. So Skimmer is going to show me where these calcified fragments are, and this is why I don't have them, is because of this. I remember now. Because that's what happened. And then the next two fights I have done as well. So basically, like I've never dealt a kill. You know, I've never been on a team before that dealt the killing blow to that guy. But I have done everything else. I've done these next two fights, but I haven't done this maze. Now this is cool. They're trying to show me where this is, right? And this is ridiculous. I didn't know how this worked. Like I've never done this part in the game before. This is my first time through. I'm seeing like these little penis things pop out, so I'm gonna land here. Camera's like land down here. I'm like, okay, and I'm not paying attention to that little penis popping out. He's like, go get the crystal. I'm like, boom, it hits me. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, and then like they're like, yeah, you gotta watch out for those. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm a fool. So now what you're gonna see is like several times of me like, and I'm just like not observant, and I'm like looking around. I'm like, okay. There are these things that pop out around here. Oh, one got me. I'm like, what? Another one? So yeah, I'm for whatever reason, I'm just totally oblivious to where these are placed. And they're all like making fun of me. I'm like, oh my god, I'm sorry. This is the first time I've ever done this. So yeah, this truly was the first time I ever did this. And I'm like, god damn it, no! So basically, yeah, this part was really shitty for the other people to wait through. And I really do appreciate their patience, because I'm trying to get this crystallized fragment. And I'm just an idiot. And I decided to try to get it just straight here, like maybe I could grab it or whatever, and they're like, no. Oh, god damn it. Oh. So I'll spare you from a lot of the deaths after I grab this fragment, because this is hell. So anyway, let's go down here. I know how to do this, and I'm just, man, I'm not super nimble here. I'm like, god dang it, just, here we go. And I'm like, yes, finally, crystallized or calcified fragment. And then I'm like, okay, I know how this works. And so they tell me like I need to jump. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll jump. And so I just kind of just go. And for whatever reason, I'm an idiot, and I think I totally just miss. I'm like, oh no, oh no. So yeah, I'm a total idiot. So, but I'll skip ahead to past several deaths. I grabbed this so I can simply have just a better view. I don't have any like heavy ammo. But basically, like I get a better idea of this, and I see where I need to go. And I'm like, dang it, no! I'm like, I made it, yes, but I'm like, stop jumping around, you fool! All right, great. And then this next part, you know, I gotta just jump, but I totally miss it.
Guardian
No,
down.
okay, make this one. Never mind. Maybe this is the next one I miss. Because they're telling me just to run and jump across. But I'm like, okay. I'll do that. And I'm like, yes! And then somehow I'm like, no! Oh my god, I'm a fool! And I'm trying to save it. I'm just trying to save it. And they're like, no, you're not going to save it, dude. I'm like, I'm going to save it! But then I don't. But anyway, at this point, you know, they help get me up, and it's fine. Skimmer tells me to wait there. He's going to, you know, respawn me. So, the rest of this is just me kind of traversing this area. And this is just the part that I never did because I skipped the Golgoth fight and got towards the end. And we almost did the Golgoth fight in, you know, before, just that we had to disconnect. Oh well. So anyway, we're doing this, and my teammates are very, very patient with me. I really appreciate them so much. Alright, and then we're just... Alright, here we go. I don't have much problem with this, so... Alright, and then I make this... I don't really understand how those things work, but... and this is another part that I just had to traverse through, and I'm just... I mean, I know this part's kind of boring, but I'm leaving it in case, for whatever reason, I'm the only Destiny raid video you watch. Which, if that's the case, you're not going to learn much. But, you know. I'm like, yeah, I make it. I make it. And I'm trying to figure out where to go. Everyone's kind of around, and I'm just like, where do I go? Oh, yeah, perfect. And then, alright, he goes up here. And he's shooting that so I know where to go. And, let's see.
Guardian down.
And see, other people are falling too, it's not just me. But this one's kind of like, okay, I need to make like a running jump or something. But I'm Titan, so I'm lucky, you know, to have that ability to do the jumping. A lot of times, I forget who, Hunters, Warlocks? One of those two have a hard time with jumping puzzles sometimes. I'm like, yes, I made it! Now this part I think I have a little bit of difficulty with, because I try it twice. This next part, I don't realize that this triggers it. I'm like, oh, God. I'm like, Skimmer, wait, there's like, and I'm like, no, grab my hand, Skimmer. But he doesn't. He does revive me though. But this one I mess up a couple times. But it gets good. We're fine. I don't realize that Skimmer is basically triggering the next one. And then, so Skimmer lets me go first. I'm like, no! Then I hit the wall hard. All right. So, you know, we're done with that. We run to the next part, which is the final thing, pretty much. This part's like a jumping puzzle that for whatever reason, I stupidly have like a problem with. Maybe I'll just like edit this part out. I think that'll be a good idea. All right, so basically, like, it took me forever just to get up to that little spot. But you're probably gonna be glad that I edited that out. So anyway, here we go up here. And we go up here. This part's not a big deal to me. So this next part you know, is it the witches fight? I don't remember. I've done this witches fight before, it turns out. But this one, it's remarkably easy with the team that I have. And again, you know, I feel a little bit bad for not being that great, but I mean, they were kind of made aware of my situation before we started, and they were okay with it, so... they mostly carried me, just being frank. They mostly carried me, and I had to ask them a few times, like, what do I do? And because they're like calling out, like, okay, we stand here, and you know, we do this and we do this. And so anyway, we're gonna wait to trigger this, and this is the I don't remember what they're called. It's like sisters or witches or I don't even know. But we fight the next fight. This one's actually kind of easy. And man, here's the thing, like I've done this, and I even had to like run the orb or whatever the hell it is that you're running up in the platforms before. I've even had to do that. But you know, I'm playing a very low-key role this time. Very, very low-key. And that's fine by me, because we get it done either way. But I kind of wish that I did, you know, I kind of wish I contributed a little bit more in this video. Anyway. Here we go. So, yep. They tell me to wait here, which I do. And so, you know, so far so good. I mean, there's nothing really going bad here. We're just shooting this. You know, we're all just shooting her, and she basically dies like super quick. Our firepower is astounding because you know, everyone's really high level, and I'm a little like lost. I'm like, so what's going on? I'm like, what's going on, guys? It's like what do I do? Like, just shoot her. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do that. I'm gonna shoot her. So anyway, this is me, you know, just being me. Here we go. And so what happens here, though? Oh yeah, this is good stuff. This is good. I really don't know what's happening. And we're just shooting like these guys, and I'm kind of protected here, and I just kind of pop out and shoot them. And I don't fully know what's happening. They're taking care of everything. They tell me to jump over here. I'm like, okay. So I jump over here, and then we shoot the next thing. And yeah, there we go. And they do like a really good job. You know, and then we just shoot her, and she dies like super quick, because we all have they're rocking machine guns that just are amazing, and I'm just kind of hitting it with my hand cannon. So I'm a little bit embarrassed at this part, but anyway, so we do then the final Oryx battle after this, and I'm like, oh, people are getting items. Oh, there's a chest. So I totally just had a massive, I'm forgetful. So anyway, next. The next part then is this part's so cool. The intro here is great. You know, Oryx pops out. Someone died and revived, but there he is. He's big. He's scary. And this is the King's Fall raid that you know, the first time I mess up on. So let's just skip to the time when when we actually do good, because otherwise, yeah, let's just skip to the good time. All right, I think you're gonna thank me for that edit, because that was anyway. Here we go. We're gonna start up here, and basically at this point we're trying to figure out if we're gonna do it one more time. And you know, I'm like, yeah, let's do it one more time, because I'm like, I really want to finish this. But the reason why is because we started experiencing some lag. But anyway, so here we go. Yeah, he pops out, and the reason why, you know, I included it previously because I didn't get a good shot of him popping out this time. So, but he pops out. We're ready to fight him. Basically, you know, we just kind of wait. You see the big bad dude, and we just kind of just wait this out. And then he like slams his fit. We killed the Ags, and I'm just kind of like, what am I doing? I need to probably help out with that. So I switched to my sniper, do a tiny bit of damage to the Taken. Anyway, but basically what he does is he slams his fist down. I've been assigned to go one left to him, so they give me the number 2. I'm not quite sure how that corresponds to. But anyway, I go left of wherever he Oh, he gives me number 2 because it's the number 2. Like, it's the second person, that's right, who goes on the pad. So he's going to go up here, right? So I'm like, okay, if he's going to go there, I need to get over here and be ready for it. So he slams his fist down. This guy here then jumps up, activates the pad. I guess there's 2 guys there, so I don't know why there's 2 guys. But anyway, then he activates it, so I'm like, my turn. I'm like, I activate it. Great. And then there's a runner. Oh, that's why he was up there. Then there's a runner who basically runs. The third guy does it, and I'm not getting a good shot of this. But basically, there's someone running around up all the way. I don't know, like my knight. I guess they already killed my knight. But basically, trying to figure out. Okay, so he said he got it. So we run off to the middle, and we're protected. This is great. We have a lot of protection here. And we just do what we do. You know, I'm killing these guys. They tell me to leave them alive so that they can, you know, get a bunch of orbs from them. So I'm like, okay, well. So, you know, it's kind of one of the things where I don't do like a ton, but, you know, I do what I'm asked to do. And so I do feel like I contributed. They're shooting him right there. So I, too, shoot him right there. And we do this a few times, and I don't quite understand, like, why I'm dealing damage or why I'm not, or, you know, like, I don't quite register to me, like his health doesn't seem to be dropping, so it's kind of like I don't fully know. Like, the game has not explained to me what's going on. It's just I'm told to do this type of thing, you know, and that's my other problem with raids. Like, I don't really understand, you know. I guess it's a weak spot. So they tell me not to shoot him. At this point is when they tell me. So I'm like, okay, I'll stop. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I didn't realize. So you'll see the hunter does something amazing, hits them like all, and then they just like, then it generates all those orbs. So he goes back out here. The same thing happens. I decide to run over here like a fool, and but there's a bunch of okay. So then what happens? Oh yeah, we get teleported to this spot, and we shoot, and I'm like, yeah, let's shoot him. Where is he? Hold on, first let me take care of this guy. And like I said, all the weapons are so powerful. I'm like, where is he? There he is. Boom! Hit him like once. He's mad. He comes in here. He strikes down. This is very similar to when we fought him, but everyone just does all this damage to him. And I'm trying to snipe him, but no, he gets away. Anyway. And I'm like, where is he? There he is. I'll just poke away at him with my hand cannon. But everyone has much better weapons than me. So we come back here. I'm freaking out because I'm like, whoa, what if that guy kills me? I'm like, why would he kill me? Just a regular guy. Anyway, so the process repeats itself like 2 more times, maybe 3 more times. He comes over here, he slams down, so I know to go counterclockwise 1 to his left. And I wait until I see that he jumps up there. He slams it down first. They get the bubbles ready in the middle. There's a little bit of lag going on. You saw him like move twice, but basically, yeah, so we're here. Then this guy, one of them starts running the top, and God, okay, he's dead. Someone shoots him way before me. I wish I got a good shot of it, but there's some guy running. Oh yeah, there he is. He's running up the top to go get the orb or whatever it is. And once he picks it up, he says, "I got it." Then I'm like, okay, great. We're all gonna go to the middle, protect ourselves, and you know, we just shoot these guys. And the knight ends up getting in here with us. And I'm like, come on, someone get him. But anyway. So then we start all shooting him again. And, I mean, I guess we shot him enough. Like, I don't... It's part of the problem of me not really... I've only done this once before, and I did do this before. I've actually beaten this before on normal mode with a ragtag group of people. It took us like 20 times, but I did it. And I mainly did it just because I wanted to complete the quest line and get a video, but like I said at the beginning of this video, we missed a part, and I was going to do it, but then I lost the footage, and I was like so mad that I never returned until now, until today. So you guys are seeing it today. Hopefully you enjoy my commentary through this. All right. So the process repeats itself. I guess we go into like a... I get really confused. Is this the part I get really confused on, or do I end up going to the middle as well? I don't remember. Like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and yeah, know, really, they're shooting all the guys. And so I get really confused. Is it here that I get confused? I'm like, where is everybody? I'm like freaking out. I'm like, where did everyone go? I'm like, oh, they probably went to that daydream world in the middle. Was that a sword I just saw popping up? Was that him? Like, is he underground? I don't even know. Anyway, so just me and this, I guess me out here, maybe one more out here. And then they beat him, and then they all, you know, do what they do. And then so we repeat the process again. And then the whole time I'm like, please, Zach, don't mess this up. If you mess up, it's on you. So anyway, I try to figure out where he is. Oh, I'm like, okay, he slams it there, so I got to be ready to jump on the thing here. So he's up. I'm up. The next guy gets up as well. I'm like, shoot my guy. Someone else shoots him for me. I think Skimmer told him, like, hey, take out his knight for him, because, like, didn't trust me, which is fine. I don't blame him for not trusting me. So he gets it. He's like, I got it, guys. Everyone to the middle. So we go to the middle. And this process repeats one more time, but then we go grab, like, a bomb, is what they call it. And they tell me just to stay in there until something happens. So you see your name, and then run back to the middle. So that'll be the next part. But we got to go through this and then go in. So yeah, we hit him, and then he is. Whatever we do, it triggered something. And I'm expecting him to lose like health, but he's not. So at this point, I'm kind of confused. Like, well, why is he losing health? Are we doing this right? But we are, I guess. But again, it's something that like the game doesn't explain. Like I don't really, you know what I mean? Like I kind of wish the game just did a little bit better explaining it. But I get it. I get that that's maybe why people like raids. You know, maybe they don't mind that the game doesn't explain it very well. I don't know. But anyway, so we're just doing what we do. They tell me not to kill these guys. They want the orbs. So boom, look at all those orbs. It's great. And then so this process repeats one final time, and then once it happens, do we go? Does he take us into the nether world again? I don't remember. I don't remember if I get teleported to the middle or not. Yeah, I do. Okay. So I'm like, here we are. Someone wisely puts up a bubble here, I think. Or is this bubble? Yeah. We take him out pretty quick. Alright, I don't know where he went. Alright, there we go. So they say, this time, Zach, do what you do, then when we tell you, go grab the bomb. So this part's pretty straightforward. I'm just leaving these things here because they're going to show up in my postmaster. Alright, so it's my turn to light it up, and then that's the bomb area where I'll go to. There we go, got mine. I guess he got his too, I don't know. No, there he is. So he's gonna run up here, and I'm just hoping like he doesn't fall. Because when I played it before normal, like we would fall several times. So then when that happens, I'm like, do I go now? They're like, no, come to the middle. So I go to the middle. They're like, we'll tell you when to go. I'm like, okay, great. I'll just kind of chill out. So they stun him or something, then we go to the bombs. And then they're like, eventually, so they hit him. I should probably be hitting him too, but he's stunned. They're like, go. They're like, go, Zach, go. I'm like, okay, here I go. And so I go in here, and I just wait for as long as I can. And I'm just waiting to see my name. I think the name pops up. I'm like looking for my name, right? And so I see it a bunch, and then they're like, run back to the middle. I'm like, okay, here I come. But then I died. I wasn't in the middle in their protective barrier. So I don't get to deal the final blow to him, but, you know, all that was left was for them to actually shoot him. And so he did it. They're going to do it. He pops up here. He's mad. He's been blown up. Unfortunately, I'm dead, but they put down a weapon to light or whatever. And then they get him. They get him pretty good. So you do get to see it from here. I just don't get to participate in this final part. It's super cool. but I've done this before on normal, and I just wish I hadn't died. They're like, oh, Zach, you almost made it, but I didn't know how long to wait, you know. So there we go. My Moments of Triumph book gets another slot complete. I get a bunch of cool things, and now we're just telling everyone goodbye. And the other thing I don't like about raids, again, due to the lack of narrative, like, you're just kind of just sitting here. It's like, yeah, but this is just like a perfect opportunity for the ghost to congratulate you, or the ghost to say like, yes, we did it, or something like that, or like, someone to come up over the intercom and talk to you and tell you how good of a job you did. And there's Oryx over there, by someone meaning the characters, so it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird that they don't have that narrative part. But I'm just watching them, and then we're going to go back to the tower for some live commentary in the tower. Alright guys, the raid is over, and I've organized my items, and here's what I have right now. I'm 313, but I've got a new helmet that's 320. This is also 320, so that's not going to be a major upgrade, and I think I want to keep this helmet right now. Just in general, because I think it looks cool, and having the War Nuum's crown, the harrowed version, seems pretty cool. Here we have, this War Nuum's fist. It's not harrowed, but it is the fist of it, so to speak. And I think what I want to do is I want to take this Iron Companion gauntlets, and instead of the melee attack speed and sniper rifle reload, I want to go with melee attack speed and pulse rifle reload. So what I'm going to do is equip this, and I know it's a little bit different. It's not the exact same, but it is Iron Banner related. I think it looks cool, and I think it's going to be useful, and it's intellect and discipline, and I'm going to go ahead, I think, and go ahead and embed this, infuse War Nuum's fist into this. And I think it's a good idea, but here's the problem. I don't have this upgraded yet, so maybe I should do that. I should work on that. I don't know. I really don't know. It's pretty, and I can always upgrade it soon, I think, and it will be fine. So let's go ahead and do it. I'm sure it won't be too big of an issue. Here we go. Let's do it. Infuse the brand new. Here we go. Dismantle for infusion. Wait. Faster weapon reload while in an aura. Receive bonus melee energy. I don't know, man. I just don't feel it, So let's do this. This other stuff I don't really care too much about. These are 320. I do care about that. I'm 313 still. I do want to level up eventually. This chest plate, I got a couple things. War Nuum's and Harrowed War Nuum's. I think I'd rather just go ahead and keep the Harrowed version. At the same time, I don't know how much I need them. But I do like how this one is intellect and discipline. So I think I'm going to infuse. This is 307. What else we got here? Yeah, I think I'm gonna infuse this this 307 here. I have like there's a little weird mark right here. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this. I don't care too much about the raid armor right now because I mostly use this stuff for PvP and story mode. Let's go ahead and infuse that as well. Go ahead and select it and then just do boom. This is 318. This is 320, but I'd just rather do the 318 just because. Boom. Got it. Nicely done. I'm 314 now. Now I have new boots. These are harrowed boots. So again, we're going with the harrowed things, I think. And I think that's fair. Here we have the mark of the old challenge of war. Nuum's mark or whatever. The 316 is okay. I don't know if I should do anything with these, but 319 doesn't really seem like a huge bonus above 318. So we'll skip that. I have this, though, 319. This is 310. 319 infuse into a 310. Seems like a good idea as well. Let's go ahead and infuse it and just go boom, dismantle for infusion. And we got it. I'm now level 315. I know that these need to be leveled up. I will get to them soon. As far as weapons go, I got a couple different things. I got this 300 and this is 321. I kind of want to scrap. This is the Harrowed Zauli's Bane. I don't feel like I'll ever use this weapon though. I might use this weapon because it seems pretty cool. This weapon I don't think I'll ever use either. It's only 300. I'm going to go ahead and dismantle this. And then I'm going to infuse this very particular weapon right now. I'm going to just select it, infuse it. It's 321. Might as well do it. And I'll keep this other auto rifle here as well. 316. So I'm 316. This shotgun is 316. This fusion rifle seems really good. I might just keep it. I don't really have any other fusion rifles as a reference. This is 310. This is 321. I don't understand why I would want this. So, although when stowed for a short time, this weapon is automatically reloaded from your reserves. That's a pretty cool benefit. At the same time, compared to what we have now, this is a rocket launcher, and I don't really care too much about rocket launchers. I know that when the new Iron Banner update comes out, I'm going to get the Galahorn anyway. So might as well put this into my Thunderlord machine gun. I think that's a wise choice. I don't care too much about anything. So, hold on. I don't have anything to infuse? What? What are you talking about, man? I have this. Oh, unlock. Perfect. Let's just do it. And the reason I'm doing this is because it helps me get better levels. I'm 318. This ghost is 320. I got another 320 ghost right here. It won't be this is discipline and strength. I think I want to put it into my red shell, I think. I don't know. I mean, this is a good Iron Banner ghost shell for sure. Intellect and discipline. But I could see it going. Spin metal cosmodrome. This is killing warlocks in the Crucible. This is killing Hive. The red ghost is one of my bestest, my favorites. Let's go ahead and take the latest and greatest, 320, put it in my red ghost just to say I did it. My red ghost is way better than Jordan's will ever be. I got it. There we go. So 320, 321, 316, 321, all much more powerful. I'm 318 level in total. I still need to level up a bunch of stuff in general, but overall I think I did pretty good. And also, instead of not just those, but I got some new marks. This emblem is great. I got this emblem as well, the spider thing. And so far, so good. I have another area on my quest complete. I need to talk to Eris. My voice is shot right now. I feel like my voice is shot. I've been doing so much talking all day. My voice is shot. I need to go talk to Eris. Let's do it really quick. See what she says. I might have another quest to do. Maybe I'll include that in a video or not. I don't know.
Gone.
King's gone. That's cool.
Your actions.
Oh, choose the reward. These are both very
darkness.
weak.
I can hear
I don't recall having this.
I can
This is
hear
a
its
Titan
pain.
artifact. I have the soup pearl. Acquire this.
Tomorrow,
Sure.
there will be a new horror.
Return
Today,
to the base on Phobos.
you
Kill the
have
wizard and claim the
methods.
essence of the feast.
For the lost.
Cool. Sounds good. I will probably do that later. But for now, I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to come back next time for
Until
more.
next time.
I feel pretty caught up. We did the raid, the hard mode of the raid. I know it took a while, but we did it, and it's great. And so, we're at a pretty good stopping point right now for this episode. This particular item doesn't really, resonate with me too much. But it's a 310. That's kind of cool, right? I'm a 318. Got my classic setup going. Need to get more items to level up. So thanks for watching. Come back next time for more. I'll see you then. Goodbye. I'm Zach Scott. Subscribe if you have not. If you like this video and want to help this channel grow, all you got to do is click the like button below. Thanks so much for watching. Check out more of my videos, and if you want to find me on your favorite social network, check the links in the description. And here's Otto. What's he gone? Those are my cats.